Hello everyone, watch this review here with a look at Zuckuss from the Star Wars Legacy Collection. I believe this is the same version currently available through the Saga Legends line, which is mostly recycles. You will notice that the card is a lot cooler just because, back with the Legacy Collection they did customize a bit more and, you have a big image of Zuckuss on that side. By the way, I feel obliged to point out that that's not his actual face, that's survival gear. Zuckuss's species breathes ammonia, and, that suit keeps him from suffocating. But yeah, a little read up there. In the background there, you can see his robot partner, little droid, Forlum. Interestingly enough, on the original line when they released the figures way back in the day, Kenner, of course, they switched Zuckuss's and Forlum's name on the card, but no such mistake was made here. They do have a nod to it for the vintage collection, though. He comes with a part for the droid HK50. I'm not intending on collecting that droid probably at this point, and if I did buy any of the other figures pictured, it would probably be through the Saga Legends collection, which doesn't include collect and connects, build-a-figures, or build-a-droids, or whatever, which is kind of a shame, but hold on a second, I'll get him out pack. Believe it or not, I think Zuckuss was the first modern Star Wars figure I picked up. I've just always had a thing for bounty hunters, feeling that they're the coolest faction during the entire Star Wars trilogy, and, the character designs are really neat. Although Zuckuss isn't my favorite bounty hunter, he does somewhat rank up there, and, he was a really tough one to resist in stores, but he stayed in pack just because the Legacy Collection had really nice packaging, and he makes for a really cool display piece, but, now he's out and on the town. But, yeah, again, all this is a costume. I have no clue what they actually look like underneath, just because they need the outfit just to survive. The character is somewhat force-attuned through like an intuition system where he can basically track people off planet and everything. I believe it had to do with the Force. I can't really remember, but I don't think he had much Force abilities beyond that. All in all, it's a really cool-looking figure, but the only downside is it has cloth elements. We have really cool-looking paint apps. You'll notice that there's some texturing and stuff on this section here. Shadowing and everything. It's a really solid sculpt. It captures the character perfectly. When I think of figures that might deserve like a 10 out of 10, this comes pretty close in terms of the Star Wars line. In terms of articulation, just the standard stuff. We have point of rotation here at the wrist, ball and socket at the elbow, ball jointed shoulder. Head rotates, does not go up and down, or if it does, it's just so minimal that I don't really notice it. You'll notice that he has this ventilation pack on his back. I believe it unpegs, but I haven't actually tried it. The waist rotates. I really wish they would have tossed a torso joint in there, but I guess that's my only real complaint. It's not too big of an issue, though. Sorry, my other complaint is the fact that he does have hinged tips instead of ball jointed. It's doubly nonsensical just because that area is covered up by the robe, so no matter what, they could have gotten away with the joint. But we have a ball and socket here at the knee, and then a ball and socket down at the ankle. And you will notice that there's a fair amount of paint texture and everything on the shin guards or whatever. So yeah, all in all, just a really nice looking figure. A good use of paint. Even the cloth portion has a good amount of color to it. Sometimes they just give you just the flat original factory color for this, but they did paint in like little splotches and stuff, either for shadowing or mud or something. Those sort of details do appeal to me. Now, if you bought this guy through the Saga Legends as opposed to the Legacy Collection, you have also had a weapon pack. I'm not sure what other configurations the character is currently available in, or how many other renditions of this character exist. Well, I imagine they probably would just reissue rather than do a new figure every time, just because they really nailed it in this case. So yeah, just a really awesome rendition of a pretty cool character. Although, you know, a lot more obscure than other bounty hunters. Even IG-88 probably gets a lot more screen time and everything. But until next time, folks, this has been a look at Zuckuss from the Legacy Collection. But again, this is probably the same version from the Saga Legends Collection. Also, be sure to check out my review of his droid partner, Forlum, from the Vintage Collection.